young people don't want to associate with him. It cannot be Raila. Raila had some magic. There is a way, a chemistry he had with the people. And the reason why Sifuna, the movement of Sifuna is bigger, because Sifuna was with Raila. There is part of Raila inside him. And that's why, if the ODM of Oburu is not careful, they'll be swept. And it will force Ruto to negotiate with the group of Sifuna and not the group of
But working with Ruto is difficult.
If you want to take power from somebody like Ruto, Ruto is very smart and is always 2 steps ahead of everybody. The only person who he feared was Raila Amolo Odinga. But currently in Kenyan politics, there's no one who can match Ruto. That is the reality. The reason why they are so angry as a community and they are mobilizing the rest of the Kenyan to fight for them and help them is because Ruto disconnected their source of livelihood, their source of power, their source of connection.
How have you been, Ken Wamungu, bana? It's been long since we sat like this, talking one-on-one. How many months ago? Is it 8, 9?
Yeah. It's almost a year.
Hope you're doing fine.
Yeah, I'm great. I've been busy. Mambo ya kitabu. There's a book I produced called The Chosen. It's on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. So I've been engaging. This is the second book I'm publishing. There's a Black Messiah, you know about it. I published with Zion Pulse Publishers Kenya. But the second one, The Chosen, I did with the American agency in Illinois, Chicago. It's already on public domain. You can check. Yahuda Ken Wamungu, you'll find the book The Chosen. The Black Messiah, if you want hard copies, mostly we sell. That one we sell mostly in the US, but you can get a copy if you want to. But we'll do another big launch for the 2 books. I'm also working on an album, System ya Binguni. It's almost done. I've done like some good songs there.
As much as you have been busy, I know I've been busy, but your eyes is in politics, and we know, of course, this Saturday we saw 2 ODM, if I may say it. Like it's like it's 2 ODM. Yeah. One was in Siaya, the Linda Ground, and the other one was in Kakamega, Linda Wananchi. That consists of Babu Wino, James Orengo. And as someone who has been, into politics or who follows politics for many years, there's something I saw you posted on your Facebook, okay. And I thought maybe let me start with that. And you posted that ODM Oburu will lose the fight against MIMI ni Sifuna. If not careful, ask me why. Why?
Yeah, that's a very fundamental question. If you look at the waves now, the wave is favoring MIMI ni Sifuna. It's obvious. And the group of Oburu, they're trying to bring parallel rallies. That is not wise, because the minds of Kenyans have already shifted. Linda Mwananchi, and the wave is good, because they're young, and most of the people now who are angry with the current situation, most of them are younger people, and the majority of Kenyans are young. So Sifuna and Babu has a trigger point. There is something they can catch with the youths. 1, they are young. 2, they are speaking about things that youths want to hear. But Oburu, the age is not favoring him. So young people don't want to associate with him. It cannot be Raila. Raila had some magic. There is a way, a chemistry he had with the people. And the reason why Sifuna, the movement of Sifuna is bigger, because Sifuna was with Raila. There is part of Raila inside him. There is something Raila installed inside Sifuna. It's not all of it, but there is something. The intellect, the psychological game Raila used to play with the people, Sifuna has it. Not all of it, but Sifuna has some element of it. So people have missed Raila so much. So when they look at Sifuna, they see certain things, some elements in Sifuna that was in Baba, and they feel like, this is the guy. And you can see the movement has outgrown. It's bigger. It has outgrown the movement of Gachagua. So nobody want to talk about Gachagua now. Sasa Sifuna ndio form. Gachagua ni uniform ya Kanjo. You get? So Kenyans are looking at Sifuna. That's why everybody is like, Mimi ndio Sifuna. Mimi ni Sifuna. Even Babu Wino ameacha ile mambo yake ya governor ya Nairobi. Ameingia kwa hii mambo ya Sifuna because it is a wave. And every Kenyan is focused there. So if you're not part of the wave, you are cut. You are outside. So what Oburu is trying to do and the people, they are fighting a losing battle already. If it is in public domain, people perception, then they have already lost. And you can see how confused they were in Siaya. These guys, walipatiwa platform, they cannot speak. They were angry, they are insulting people, you get. It means they have not taken their time to study what the ground wants. They have not taken their time to study Sifuna and Babu Owino. Babu Owino, they have a catchment area where they catch these people. Ni rahisi sana washike vijana because they speak the language of the youth. And that's why if the ODM of Oburu is not careful, they'll be swept. And it will force Ruto to negotiate with the group of Sifuna and not the group of
But working
Oburu.
with Ruto is difficult. I don't think it will be easy because according to Sifuna, he himself has said it countless times that he cannot work with Ruto.
No, politics, there's no permanent enmity in politics. Who told you cannot work with Ruto? And we know where this war began. The reason why Sifuna is fighting Ruto so much, one, he was betrayed. But not by Ruto, but by his party leader. There is some evidence that emerged. Aoko has been saying it a lot. Maverick Aoko. He's saying that the reason why Sifuna is angry. Remember, Maverick is a supporter of Babu Owino.
Yeah.
So when she says something, we need to take it serious also at times, not all the time. But there are certain things when she says, that lady has intelligence. He has information. So there's something she has been saying. That Sifuna is angry with Ruto because the CS position where Oparanya was given, the position Oparanya was awarded with, was supposed to be Sifuna's. So that's why the war began. And that's why it was difficult for Raila to stop him from shouting. He was speaking a different language when Raila was already in agreement with Ruto. But Raila never stopped him because Raila also feels guilty. Yeye aliosha Sifuna. Akapatia nani? Akapatia Oparanya. Because Oparanya ni kijana wake. There are people who have been together. And it's like age mates, they're not far from their ages. So they understand each other more than Sifuna and Raila. You get? Sifuna ni kama mtoto wake. But Oparanya is like a brother. A comrade. You feel me? So that's the difference. And that's why I prefer this man. And it's like Raila predicted that one day you'll not be there. So he didn't want to disappoint the friends that he has been working with for a long time. And that's why he felt it is the time to award these people. Like Mbadi was crying that he was nominated. He left the position of governor in Homa Bay. Raila told him to stop. So Raila felt guilty. That's why he had to be given something. But the position he has been given is doing very well. Because Mbadi is very smart. Anybody who has ever been in a relationship with Raila is smart. You can look at Junet Mohammed. Junet Mohammed is smart. I saw him in the interview with Jeff Koinange. Alipiga Jeff Koinange 10-0. Jeff Koinange could not match that brain. Because there is part of Raila that is in him. So Raila was not just a person. He was a teacher, a mentor. And he was a very thorough person. If he chooses you, he knows there is something. So if you see people who are very close with Raila, are very powerful. And that's why somebody like Oburu cannot also be taken for granted. Because he was the brother to Raila, he was the advisor to Raila, he worked with Raila, he looked up to Raila. So there's a lot of things that was installed in him. He might seem slow and old and outdated, but the guy has experience, he has information. So the information inside him, we cannot allow that information to die with him. We want to see like, what did Raila left inside him? But I felt and I'm feeling today that Oburu is the right custodian today to be the party leader.
Is it the right
because of his maturity?
Is it because you have said? Is he the right custodian, or is this someone that people are seeing him as the weakest link? Because I feel like maybe the reason why these other groups, the Abdul Samad, the Arati, Wanga decided to go for him because according to the constitution of ODM, it says that if a party leader dies or is dead, the deputy party leader should take over. So him being suggested by these other fellas that, you know, you should be the party leader, is it because he's someone whom they can control? Because if someone like Sifuna decides to be the party leader, Babu Owino becomes the party leader, they see these people are people like it will be so difficult for them to control them, especially when they want to, you know, enter into government with the UDA.
No,
So
I don't think so.
From where you're seated, is he the weakest link in ODM?
No. Oburu is the strongest link so far. I will tell you why. I've told you about the experience he has, the relationship they shared with Raila. It was so deep. They are brothers, and Raila respected him. See, there is a revelation that came out that even the broad-based arrangement, it is Oburu who spearheaded it. He was the chairman of that 10 agenda that they are now, they now want Ruto to implement. So I feel Oburu is the strongest link that we have because of his maturity and vast experience he has. Babu, you cannot trust somebody like Babu. Babu is unstable. Look at the way he talks. The guy is proud. He is smart, yes, but he doesn't respect the ages. You see, there's some wisdom that is born, that somebody is born with, or you get out of experience through humility and learning. I was wondering why Raila, when Raila was alive, why did Babu endorse Kalonzo? That's the question that's been running in my mind. Number two, Babu has never been elevated to any leadership position within the party, even the youth wing. It was given to Kasmol, somebody who just came from nowhere. He was given a position before Babu Owino. It means there was a problem. There was a cold war between Raila and Babu Owino. But Raila was so smart. He knew how to balance things. But I felt, because Babu was the most vocal, how comes he was never even awarded with any? And then another thing that happened, Raila knows very well that Babu wants to be the governor of Nairobi. And why did he endorse somebody who does not even belong to his party?
Sakaja.
He endorsed Sakaja instead of Babu Owino. Why? People have never asked themselves that question. Raila was ever right. Even when he was wrong, he was right. It means he knew something about Babu Owino. It's either he wanted Babu Owino to mature up. You know, kuna ile utoto mingi mtu anakuanga na ile comrade power. No. Sometimes you need to sit down and organize yourself. Or maybe Raila saw that this guy was not ready for leadership, for any serious leadership within the party. Because of maybe of his head, he's always hyped. You get? One, it maybe because of immaturity, still immature politically. You can be an MP, but still immature. Look at Selassie. He's an MP, yes, but is he mature? Does he even represent legislation? Okay, he's working, but look at him, like social, psychological atmosphere of this guy. If you look at him, if you engage him, does he look like somebody who is serious? So those are the things I'm talking about. There's some maturity that, like Otiende Amolo, for example, if you put Babu and Otiende Amolo, who is more mature?
Otiende
Amolo is mature and very serious. But Babu is more famous than him. You get? Because a lot of people, Kenyans, don't take their time to study people. We are emotional people, impulsive people, but we don't have intelligence. We don't take our time to study. And that's why it's easy to sweep Kenyans, to move them to different direction and confuse them. Juzi hapa, walikuwa na Gachagua was the form. Gachagua kaleta hiyo kitu yake, dakika kidogo, there was the fat boy from Nyamira, Matiang'i. Matiang'i ndio form. Dakika kidogo, moto ya Matiang'i imeisha. Now, Maraga kakuwa form. Dakika kidogo, Maraga is gone. Okia Mtata. Dakika kidogo, moto imeenda. So Kenyans are people who they move with the wave, and that's why it's easy to sit them. And you cannot depend on them 100%. Look at Raila. Raila alikuwa the biggest movement in Kenya. But in Luo Nyanza, where he comes from, people don't even want to go to vote.
True.
He can tell you that the crowd should not be deceiving you. You can never be the biggest crowd, but you miss to be the government, to be in the government, to take the top position of leadership. Raila did it several times, 5 times. He never succeeded with all that crowd. So I realized something. For you to take power, you need to have what you call a power structure. You need to be in the power structure. Number 2, if you want to take power from somebody like Ruto. Ruto is very smart and is always 2 steps ahead of everybody. The only person who he feared was Raila Amolo Odinga. But currently in Kenyan politics, there's no one who can match Ruto. That is the reality. The guy is smarter than all these people. Yeye anapiganga hesabu zake za mbele. And that's why he's able to deceive the whole community of Kikuyu community. Watu wenye wako na power, wako na pesa. Aliwa confuse wote na wakamsupport. At the end of the day, he kicked the guy out of power.
You have talked about the people of the Kikuyus. Just recently, of course, Oburu, you know, is it 2 weeks ago, he talked about the DPC, the deputy president seat. Few days ago, the people from the mountain are now coming out, speaking, said that that deputy position is ours.
Now, that will not be possible. It depends with how Ruto is going to play his cards. Number one.
Can Ruto, will Ruto either go with choose between the Luos or the Mount Kenya? Because if the Luos want the deputy position, and it's going to be impossible for them to have it, as you have just heard the Mount Kenya talking about it. If you are Ruto, or if you are someone who will advise Ruto, how will you advise him? Will you advise him to go with the Luos or to go with the top of the mountain? They'll reach a point he'll have to choose one side.
Yes, definitely. And that's where I was going. You know, Ruto for the matrix, okay, Ruto already calculated his moves. He's always ahead. That is obvious, unless you are dumb. But if you are somebody who is awake, you will know that Ruto already ashapiga hesabu zake. Recently he just said, he said that ile kura nilipata naenda kupata times 2 double. He was not just saying. The guy that just speak. Inamaanisha ashapiga hiyo hesabu. He has calculated his move, he has arranged he has put his house in order. But now, winning election is not about announcement by the IBC. You must balance the crowd because you can win na kukuwe na anarchy. Watu wapigane kwa inchi mpaka kuharibike. So the intelligence will tell him, you can announce yourself but Kenya itakalika. So you need to balance. Ile watu wale wengine wakileta kelele kuna watu na counter. And Luos are very good at countering people. You feel me? So because he has fallen out with the Kikuyu and the mountain people. Why? Because the mountain people understand power. That's why Oburu is crying for you people. Tunataka power. Because Luos don't understand power. Power is this. Let me tell you something. The fact that Uhuru Kenyatta now respects Oburu, Ruto respects Oburu, and he wants to work with Oburu. This is an opportunity for Luos to consolidate support for him and give him power, but with condition. So Luos need to be smart about it. Being a deputy president is a very powerful position. I want to give you an example.
Second in command,
mtu wangu. Opportunities that is there. It can build a nation. When you are deputy president, there is high likelihood that you'll succeed to be the president. Unanipata? Some already you've understood what we call power structure. Because power does not invite people from outside. It invites people within them. What you naelewa, people can take charge. But if you look at Oburu, Oburu is closer to the power. So, I feel that Ruto will go either for Oburu and the ODM party, the Luo Nation. When you mention the Luo Nation, the Luyas are also there. The Coast people are there. Luos don't go there alone. We have support system. Luos has support system. The Maasai, the people will come and support them. You get? So it's not about Luo alone. So when you choose Luo, you have chosen like Western region, Coast, and part of Ukambani, and some other places in Northeastern. Ni support kubwa sana. You get? Kikuyus can come as a mountain people. They have power because wako na do. Alafu ni watu walingia kwa serikali kitambo. They have infrastructure wako mbele. They are ahead of everything. We cannot compare ourselves with Kikuyus in terms of infrastructure development. They have been in power for 50 years, mtu wangu. And that's something. So they understand. The reason why they are so angry as a community and they are mobilizing the rest of the Kenyan to fight for them and help them is because Ruto disconnected their source of livelihood, their source of power, their source of connection. Wamunyoro was their connect to power. So it's like that connect has been cut off. So now, Ruto is calling shots. He gives them what he wants to give them. They cannot negotiate now. You feel me? And that is dangerous for them because Kikuyus have taken a lot from Kenyans. Siko ubaya. They have taken a lot from Kenyans. Look at them. They have go to Central. Central is ahead. Unaget? See hapa Luo Nyanza we are struggling. There's a lot of things we don't have. Stadiums ndo tunatengeneza sahi. Barabara ndo tunatengeneza sahi. Kazi hatuna. Hii nyota unasikia hii. Nyota was there, but the Kikuyu people and the mountain people were enjoying. It was a program that was there a long time ago, but we couldn't enjoy it. But for the first time, Ruto has made it possible for us to enjoy it. Unanipata? That's why I normally, when people attack Ruto, I normally ask them a lot of questions. Because compare how we used to feel in the previous governments. Ruto has treated us better. I'm not saying that he's a saint. Everybody has their share of sin, and they're going to pay for it definitely. Unaget? Mungu pia yuko, anaangalia mambo yake. Vitu umefanya, you must be accountable for everything. But for us, as a Luo nation, I think it's a moment for us to embrace the government. Why? This is the war that is going. The war that is going today is not our war. It is war between Kikuyu community and mountain community against the government because of their person, they were connected. And the politics the Kikuyus are doing and the Mount Kenya people is about survival. They know that if they are cut out of power, they don't have a connection, there's a lot to lose. And that's why Uhuru Kenyatta has come back to support that movement. And is supporting every person opposing Ruto. You feel me? Because it's not about him now. It's about the community, the survival of the community. And it's about him because he's going to lose. Kuna vitu mingi wamechukua ambayo inafaa irudishwe. So Ruto, they feel that Ruto is going to follow up. Na ameanza, sumona ule governor, ile nyumba yake, ile space yake kibomolewa, barabara ikapitishwa hapo hivyo. He lost a lot of vehicles, vitu ziliharibika pale. Wamatangi. The same na Ng'ang'a. Ile place yake nafaa, hiyo ni barabara inaenda kutengenezwa hapo. That is the target. Inamaanisha wameona sign kwamba this person is going to deal with us. And it's true, if you follow the law, Kikuyus are going to suffer. Sababu wamekuwa kwa serikali, na mtu kwa serikali kuna privileges. Una get? So the privileges are cut off by Ruto. Ruto is placing these people there. And this is also including the Luo people, the Luo nation, the poor despised. It's bringing them to power, and it's bringing the Somali people. Unanipata? So Somali people have already replaced the Kikuyu people. Alafu ongeza na Luo support, then he has to come for the Luos. That is the target. If he doesn't find support for the Luos, he'll have to compromise and renegotiate with the Kikuyu community. Na hiyo ndio watu Kikuyu wanataka. They want it to move out of power. Uhuru Kenyatta wants that. Gachagua wants that. So he where Sifuna is favoring them, and that's why they are supporting it. Because he's making now the war easy for them. It's like they are not the people pushing for it. Now it is Kenyans
pushing for it.
But it's not Kenyans. This war was initiated by these people. Alitolewa kwa serikali vita ikaanza. Hata ile Gen Z, I was part of the movement. We were to make things happen. It was not about removing William Ruto out of power. It was about Ruto doing the right thing. Amekuwa sworn in na kawin through his smartness. You get? So sisi tulikuwa tunataka ile bili yanguke, nyelianguka. Alafu tulikuwa tunataka nini pia? Tulikuwa tunataka Kenya ikuwe pale pazuri. Kulikuwa na agenda zetu, 42 agendas. Unanipata? But the mountain people had another agenda. They wanted to remove that person out of power. So what they do? Waliingia kwa hiyo movement na wakai-support na waka-push hiyo agenda. So that Ruto afanye nini atolewe kwa power. And you could see what Gachagua used to do. Because when the head of state has spoken, the deputy is not supposed to speak back. Hiyo kitu nye huyu jamaa amesema inafaa support. Kama kuna maneno na question, you need to consult in advance. So that wakienda kutoa speech, kuna order. Nanipata? So that's why I miss. Na nika sense hapa, this war is not ours. And nika agree na kitu Raila alifanya. He told the Luos, this and the Western Kenya people and their supporters that this is not our war. Kuna wase wanataka kutoa ujamaa kwa power. Na ukitoka automatically Gachagua will be the president. But I know Gachagua is worse than Ruto. Gachagua ni mtu akona chuki.
Why
He has openly fought Luo nation. Akasema Wajaluo hizi rule, and there was an agreement. Martha Karua alisema kuna agreement yenye Kikuyu walitengeneza Mount Kenya people that Luos will never lead them. It is in public domain. I'm not saying a new thing. So watu kama hao wanakuambia uache serikali uende kwa street. Let me ask you, my friend. Ushapewa mkate bila chai, unaikula. Mkate bila chai lakini kuna maji. Unaget? Na pale hakuna mkate. Mtu anakuambia twende tufanye kazi, tutafute hii mkate. Mungu akitusaidia tutapata hii mkate. Hii mkate full. Tutaikula kitu, tutaikula na juice. Unapata mkate hujaona, Na unaambiwa uende nje, na huko pia kuna watu pia wanatafuta hiyo mkate, maanisha it is a fight. Na already ushasaviwa mkate, hata kama iko na maji, but mkate iko hapa. So the best thing to do ni nini? So uchukue mkate yenye umeshapewa na hii maji uanze nayo. Ukianza kupiga hesabu zako. So that's what Ruto is offering us. So if Luos want to survive this, na wakuwa watu smart, wakina Sifuna kama wanapenda ODM and they love the legacy of Raila, because Raila left people in the government. Na kwambia mkae hapo mpaka 2027. There's a reason why. Okay, hakuwa na agreement ya 2 term. 2 term is just an addition. But the agreement was up to 2027. We make sure the government works up to 2027. We correct the things we can correct. Then kuna renegotiation. So renegotiation ilikuwa ni the Luos must be given the position of the deputy president because they deserve it. In fact, we deserve to be the president. Luos are deserve to be president because they have fought the reforms that has happened in this country. Kenya has become better place because of the Luo nation, the blood of the Luo nation. That is the reality, is the fact. So these are the people who are supposed to be considered first. So kama Ruto amekubali tunaweza negotiate position of deputy. Why not? We should consolidate support and give him. Mtu anakuambia utoke kwa serikali, uende kwa opposition, which we are not. Alafu kisha kwa opposition, if they become stronger in the opposition opposing Ruto, Ruto will go back to them. So, Luos will always be out of power. Yani mmekuwa kwa serikali, mmetolewa. Mmeenda kwa street mkakufa, mkapigwa tear gas, mkajoin wale, alafu wale ndo wame renegotiate, wamerudi kwa power. Nyinyi bado mnaambiwa mkue wapi? It is not making sense. This war is not ours.